Welcome to DTC MTV Product Review.
Hi DTCers, are you there? Are you in there? Yes, I see you.
With your host,
From the Busby Empire
and magician for hire,
spanning the globe,
DTC's very own,
I've been hopping on water.
Guy Portlock.
Welcome DTCers, Porter speaking from the land of Poi. Nice to see you. I've been always actually in the last few years, always been quite excited to watch an RSVP Presents DVD, because if any of you watch these things, you'll know that I've really rated a lot of the DVDs they've actually put out there recently. This is by Stephen Leathwaite, and it's called Lethal Weapons, and it's what I call another good worker DVD, where you've got someone who's out there regularly performing, and when you have that, you get routines that are going to be excellent for workers. But also in this case, there's a few things that, the things aren't too difficult, which would be quite good for someone just starting to learn, or who just enjoys performing magic anyway. So the main routine on here, I say main one, it's the one that I think a lot of people have been quite excited about and wanted to know how it's done, is the lighter routine, which basically you borrow a big lighter from someone. You say, I don't really like disposable lighters, and then in a flash you just squash it and it completely flattens to nothing. It's a nicely put together routine. It's got a real sort of shock factor, because it's almost it's one of these off the cuff effects that suddenly 1 minute you're talking about these lighters, the next is just flattened. There's a few variations on it that he shows us, and it's a nice thing to have in your pocket, ready to go at that moment where everyone's died down after something else. You say, bang, and it's a real, there you go, there's your lighter. I think it's a really clever routine. It's not particularly difficult to do either. There's a bit of arts and crafts to do, but it's well explained. You get everything you need on there. So I think that's an excellent routine. I think a lot of people will quite like that. And it might be, if you're a worker, for example, or even a hobbyist down the pub, it might be that, it's been in your pocket 4 or 5 times, and that moment hasn't come about to perform it. But when it does, you'll be like, oh, hello, and your eyes will light up, and you'll do it, and you'll love it. So a very good routine. The one that I thought was really good, just because it was so simple really and nicely worked, is Triplets of Fate, where basically, I think there's a demo of it, now I could be wrong. Basically, you shuffle up a deck and you ask someone to stop you, they stop you, and the next 3 cards you say, put one in your pocket, put the other one in the pocket, put one on the table. And you can say at the start that you've got a prediction on the table, or you don't have to, it could be in your pocket up here. And then you say, okay, which card did you have in your right pocket? They take out the card. In your right pocket, no other card, it matches. The left matches, and the one on the table matches. So it's, for a lay person, very strong routine, and very, very easy to do. Other things on there, there's an easy do as I do, sort of hands off, where you're getting the spectators to, I quite like that, it's like the kindred spirits thing. I do love the spectators doing the work and making them feel special, especially if it's a couple where they come together. It's a nice version. There's a sort of a card appearing on the top in a split second, and then that builds into a kind of anniversary waltz where 2 cards fuse together. I quite like that. I sometimes feel with this chap's magic, or some of the routines, that it's all a bit and there's too much going on too quickly, and there are moments where that could possibly confuse the spectator. But it's difficult when you're having one-off performances of things. But I mean, there's some good stuff here. There's another sort of transpo routine. There's I thought the stabber sandwich, a super clean and visual sandwich routine, which I quite like that. That was good. So there's a bit of all sorts on here, really. There's a nice toolbox section where you get to learn any of the sleights that you might not know, which is very clear. Nice one-handed deal thrown in there. So all in all, another very solid DVD. Personal favourites, as I said, Disposable, The Lighter Routine, and also Triplets of Fate. Very nice. It's simple do as I do routine where the spectators are doing it. So plenty there for you to get your teeth into and enjoy. So I'm going to give it a solid 4.2 stars across the board. That is RSVP, Lethal Weapon, Stephen Leathwaite, 2.5 hours worth. Blimey, that's good value. Bloody good value. All the best.
Thank you for watching DTC MTV Product Review.